Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Bahati Love Notes. Oh my gosh, you guys, we are finally starting the new year. Finally starting the new year. This year has been very full. That's one way that I think that I would describe it. There have been, as you guys know, a lot going on with the planets, a lot of difficult transits, a lot of transition. What's going on as above, so below, we feel it here down on Earth. And that challenging, like the challenges that are happening cosmically, it impacts us. So we ourselves find ourselves in really interesting, challenging transition moments in our everyday existence, like in our everyday experience, from our relationships, from intimate to friendships, our relationship with ourselves, how we identify ourselves, the ways that we move. Is the way that we move, is it healthy for us? Is it learned behavior? Or these are things that we're stripping away? The challenges of our career, of our work, of our money, they're things that are teaching us to reprioritize what is actually most important and how to make it so that it's sustainable, how to make it so our lives are sustainable, so that we're healthy, so that we're happy, so that we're vibrant, so that we're thriving. There has been a lot of reform in our politics. There's been a lot of activation in government all over the world. There's been the breakdown of global politics, the breakdown of great businesses, the breakdown of the healthcare. I mean, all of these major revelations that we're experiencing are all things that have been called out by me, by other professional astrologers that study astrology and see it coming. And my intention and my hope is that watching how things can be predicted, or watching how we can kind of see things coming down the pipeline, it's not to promote anxiety, but to allow us to kind of prep and plan so that we can move accordingly. Now, I'm someone who is more wired for anxiousness. And if I can see what's coming, I have calm, like I have a sense of calm when the turbulence begins to hit, because I'm like, well, this was predicted, right? You know, when you go on a plane and the pilot's like, they get the microphone, it's like super close to their mouth, and then like, this is your captain speaking. Thank you for boarding Delta on from flight something from Dallas to New Orleans. The flight will be smooth. Air will be, well, no, air is going to be choppy right around blah, 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 blah. We'll keep you on board. It's like they're giving you the update of what it is that you can expect. So right when that ding, that seatbelt light turns on and the sound dings, you know, all right, I'm going to be uncomfortable. This is either anxiety inducing for me, or this is going to be something that I know where I'm headed, my destination, it's going to be so worth the ride. That's why I'm here on this plane to begin with. So I'm really hoping, and I'm really setting the intention that that is what astrology, and that's what tarot, and that's what all of what Bahati Life and all of the spirituality community has given to you. Not just my community, but the ones that you find yourself navigating towards. And I also hope that every bit of information has been truthful and has been blessed for your highest and greatest good. And that if you even are crossing paths with other messages or things that you hear or things people say, that you are making sure that you are protecting yourself, protecting your peace, and arming yourself so that you're not absorbing the energies of the world around you, because that can help you navigate through these choppy, turbulent waters. Do you know what they say? They say that it's not the ocean that takes down the ship. It's the drops of water getting inside of the ship that takes down the ship. A ship is set to sail. The ship is set to float. But when that external stuff starts getting on the internal, that's when we start seeing a problem. And one thing that has always been very beneficial and helpful to me is prayer, intention, grounding, separating myself from the noise, the opinions, the perspective, information, because we don't realize it. That's something that we are mentally consuming, and the mental impacts the physical. the emotional, the spiritual, all of the bodies are connected. So it's worth to disconnect. It's worth to plug in to places that you will find yourself thriving, supported, healthy, or that you're taking breaks and pauses in a time frame or a timeline that works best for you. So that's a little bit of a mouthful, but I just want to go ahead and start off just comforting and, giving a word, as I always like to do. Now, of course, it's Bahati Love Notes. So naturally, of course, I'm going to be shuffling tarot. Now, I'm sure you guys know this, and I'm going to go ahead and cleanse the deck while I'm talking to you, but I'm sure you guys know this. Astrology, for me, is the compass. It's the compass that we use to kind of navigate where we're at in our lives, and it kind of points us in certain directions or helps to explain why we're here. And the timing, again, of how long that destination will last. Tarot is the tool that we use to communicate with our angels, our guides, our ancestors in order to gain further clarity and confirmation while we're at that destination. So that's what is going to be the intention and the magic behind the reading this afternoon. Now we are saying goodbye to 2023. So of course, naturally, I want to shuffle and look into all of what our angels and our guides are saying, suggesting for 2023, what that breakdown has looked like. If you're part of Sacred Circle Tarot School, you probably already shuffled with me and shared your own revelations when it comes to what you pulled for 2023, what your angels and your guides are saying. This is what 2023 was for you. And this is what you can expect for 2024 because we shuffled twice. But whether you're with the school or whether you are with Bahati Love Notes, I think shuffling for yourself and even taking what we have here is going to be really like a lot of support for you. So just something to keep in mind, and an invitation for you to shuffle along with me if you would like. So I'm working with the African American Tarot because this deck really resonates with me. The pictures, the imagery, the symbolism, the history behind each card, or the storytelling behind each card, which storytelling is an important part of history. So that's why I feel very called to shuffle from this deck here today. Let's go ahead and dive right in. I also want to tell you guys I've got some tea here. I just heard the word Germany, so someone might be going to Germany or Austria or having some type of connection to those places. I'm also hearing Switzerland. The first thing that I think of is chocolate with those places. So if you're not actually going to... Okay, wait, let me take a step back. That's the first thing that I'm thinking, so I don't want it to... That's the first thing that I think of. Me, Jess, thinks of when I think of those places. So that is my disclaimer, because I don't want to fold in my perspective and miss it with an intuitive, because I'm not asking for clarity yet on that chocolate piece. I just feel like throwing that bit in there. And I say that because I feel very responsible for the energy that I bring, and I want to make sure that I'm always bringing clarity. And I'm setting intention for your discernment to know exactly where these messages apply. But when it comes to the piece of chocolate or German chocolate, right away, the fact that we're starting off, and that's what Spirit is showing me, it's showing me quality and making sure that you're getting... I just heard long overdue for the best, or the best is long overdue. The next few cards to jump out, we have the High Priestess and the Three of Wands reversed. I feel like some of you guys are feeling like you can't expect... This kind of makes me feel sad, and it also makes me want to lay my head down. Someone here is feeling very drained from this year, 2023. So you might have positive hopes for 2023, but because that's what you wish, but you don't have high hopes. There's a difference there. It's kind of hoping for the best, but not necessarily expecting the best to come. Your intuition... You might be thinking that it's your intuition. It's funny because the High Priestess is here, but I feel really called to challenge the High Priestess right now. I don't know why. I think I'm hearing the word experience. Your experience from the last year or years, because this feels long time, has shown you not to expect a whole lot. Yeah, we have the Ten of Cups here. We have Knight of Wands, and we have King of Pentacles reversed, which is very interesting because the Ten of Cups is the card of happily ever after. King of Wands is the ability to kind of run after and to achieve happily ever after. And King of Pentacles reversed is the security. Someone here, what I'm getting by looking at this is I just don't feel like they can count on the future. And I don't think that that's an unrealistic thing to say, because we are literally living in the realms right now of unpredictability, things kind of crashing or shooting up at random times and extremes. We are living in extreme times. Somehow, regardless, you're making the best out of this, or that's how you're walking into 2024, is you're mentally choosing to make the best. There does seem to be a blessing enough. Wow. The next card to jump out, and I felt really called because it was sticking out of the deck just a little bit, but upside down, so I saw it this way, not this way, is the Judgment card. And this is the card of everything that it is that you've learned, and this card of, I'm hearing the word awareness. So this is already showing me that whoever you are turning this, you're turning what the last year looked like into, even if it was difficult, even if it wasn't what you were necessarily expecting, looking at everything, you have learned a lot. You have learned a lot. And from that space, you are walking into 2024 feeling like, okay, I'm going to become better because of this. Some of you guys feel like you quote unquote have no choice, is what is it I'm hearing. I have no choice but to become better because of this. For that reason, you're going to have a higher outcome, like a very higher outcome. A lot of you guys are looking into 2024, not necessarily hoping. I'm kind of being asked to kind of revisit what I originally, where the message was originally going, of like having high hopes for the new year. I don't know if it's, I don't think that it's necessarily that you don't have high hopes for the new year. It's you don't have high hopes for certain situations that have revealed themselves to you in 2023. But you seem to have enough knowledge and awareness walking into 2024 that you can make of like the best out of a situation. And there's major blessings that have come forward in 2024. I'm almost seeing, wow, this is, so it's almost like something that let's say how you walked into 2023 is not the same person that you're walking into 2024. What was gained as far as connections, relationships, stuff with work, or just things that add real value to our lives, there's something new or some things new that have entered into your life, and that which was old might have broken down, or it's interesting because I'm looking at the King of Pentacles and I see it as a castle. I see this energy, even though it's a person, I see it as a castle, and I see it as some like ruins, like the ruins of a castle. So something that was once had like huge importance and value was like the infrastructure of your life, like life revolved around this King of Pentacles type of energy. Whatever that looks like, it could be a concept, it could be a belief, it could be an actual person, it could be career, it could be money. Now it seems like that's the ruins. And then I see that, for those of you guys who are just like, where is she getting this from? My third eye, right? But beyond that, the Three of Wands reversed, it's not looking toward that space for security, stability anymore, for structure anymore. And I feel like you have some, if you would have started off 2023 looking at how you are now, if you could somehow look forward into the future, I think you would be very surprised in how you're handling the ruins and how you're sitting in the ruins. I also think that some of you guys lost certain things that you valued, whether it be a title, a reputation, something that we name has value. Losing it, you would almost think that you would go crashing down with it, but somehow walking into 2024, you're almost have a new chance at a new life, or you feel like you could be reborn, you could be awakened, you are made new. Look at how this person is emerging from the snake. Do you see how this just focused on the skull right there? That's from death, from things ending, from this release, from letting go, from surrendering. That's where this regeneration started to awaken within you. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but the snake reemerges as this rainbow showing up for the people, raining down blessings onto the people. I want to tell you that for someone here, the connection that you have with your ancestors has been a huge blessing here, especially in the collapse of the kingdom. And when I say kingdom, it's this, it could be the roles that it is that people that you have placed of relationships, especially when it comes to masculine, feminine roles, things that you have prioritized. It could be the foundation of a family, the foundation of a business. It could be friendships. It could be health. Something that was tried and true, and something that it would have been built upon for you. It broke down, but it broke down in the way that it needed to. It was old. It was antiquated. Wow. Look, guys, the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil card. So right away, this has a lot to do with sometimes the foundation of what we think is the most important, the most valuable, is not coming from the most healthy place. It can be very, very toxic. It can be very, very draining. This is what you had to learn. And for someone here, you had to learn it the hard way. Or you were learning it, but you might have been giving excuses to it, like giving excuses for it. You didn't have enough awareness to see, but now that you see, you can't unsee it. Now that it's been done, it can't be undone. Do you know what I mean? I hope this makes sense. You can't see this right now, but there's a missing piece to this reading. And let me see if I can show you now, because if I mess up my whole situation, I'm going to be raging. I'm not trying to start the new year with any type of frustration, because your girl is feeling pretty good right now. Okay. There's a missing piece to this reading. I have Three of Wands reversed, King of Pentacles reversed, Judgment card at the top. And then I have Knight of Wands, 10 of Cups, and then a missing blank spot here. 8 of Pentacles. This has a lot to do with the work, or I want to say effort being applied. What is, not only is this effort, but if someone is putting in effort, what is their intention behind the effort that they're putting in now? What does that look like? Why? There's this big overarching question. I feel like for the longest time with the High Priestess showing up here, you've been kind of questioning this person's intentions and questioning why they're doing what they're doing, or why this is the way that it is. It's like being a part of, again, this huge kingdom, but like, and you're fighting these wars, but you as a person, or you as a soldier, or you as a person who speaks to the queen or the king, you start to question, why are we doing this? Like, I hear you saying that this is your mindset, but if that was the case, why didn't we go this way? It's like the pieces of the puzzle don't necessarily add up. For some of you guys, and I hate to put it here, but this conversation also needs to be had with yourself. Yeah. There's some things that you're saying that you do them, or there's some things that you feel obligated to do, and you say that you're doing them from the integrity is being questioned here, and not to make you feel bad about yourself or have shame or guilt, because honey, this is a safe place, right? This is a safe place. We can put it all out there. We can have honest conversations with each other, but it's this Devil card. What is that shadow for you? What did it mean for you? Why did you do what you had to do? And some of you guys, it came from a good place, but the outcome, the result, was detrimental to you, detrimental to the very thing that you care about the most. So we have to call into question our motives, and we have to go to the King of Pentacles, and we have to fix the foundation. We have to fix the foundation, right? If we don't fix the foundation, then of why we're doing something, or our intention for why we're doing something, then from that place, what we're building it could be better. Like, it could be better. It could be for a higher vibration. It could be, let me look into this a little further. There's a lot of earth energy. Wow, look at this, guys. Look at this. We have 7 of Swords, and we have the Ace of Wands reversed. 7 of Swords reversed, and then we have the Ace of Wands reversed. What this is suggesting to me is that there's something that you may have refused to see that was draining your energy, draining your resources, draining your passion, draining your desire to want to even show up. For some of you guys, this might have been even draining your life. I hate to go that way, but it's literally, this is something that makes you start to get lethargic in life. Something that also, if this is not directly towards you, this is someone that I don't want to say is plotting against you, but their energy is like carrying a tick. I don't know if you guys have ever been in the pine woods of Jersey, but that's where I was born. And you have to look out for deer ticks because they will latch onto you, honey. They will stay on it for as long as they are full, and then they fall off when they are satiated, when they are content. And sometimes they leave disease, and that disease gives you all types of mysterious, questionable illnesses, things that you can't quite put your fingers on, things that you can't heal, that you have to live with for the rest of your life, and gives you like sleepiness, like it zaps your energy, all because of this tiny little deer tick that dropped onto you when you went for a walk in the woods, and you didn't have the discernment to know to pluck that little girl off and make sure and burn them. I'm not about hurting animals or insects or anything like that. I really believe in karma and I respect all life. However, let me tell you, through experience, there's boundaries and there's certain things that need to be dealt with a certain way, or they will come back, they will find you, they will latch onto the rug, they will come back in some form or lay their babies, and you got a problem. So there's some things that it's like, you can call it wishful thinking, right? And even 10 of Cups, I want to talk to you about the truth of 10 of Cups. Sometimes the 10 of Cups absolutely represents happily ever after, and there's a lot of people that question happily ever after. Can I really be fully happy in my relationship? Can I really have it all? Yes, absolutely, you can. However, sometimes the 10 of Cups appearance is an exaggeration of the actual reality and the truth. And we got to be careful when we are thinking about the exaggeration of something. We're not seeing something or someone for what it is or what's actually happening, and we start building at that place instead of learning. Because look, we have the 8 of Pentacles here saying that we, for whatever reason, we were building too long in a place that might have been an exaggeration of something. For some of you guys, I'm really hoping that this isn't the case, but this could be like procrastination or distraction, kind of looking at other things to neglect what you have been called to do. And the Judgment card showing up says, enough is enough. Time has passed. Enough time has passed, and it's now time to turn this King of Pentacles from upside down or reversed to right side up. With the 7 of Swords reversed and the Ace of Wands, remember these two cards here, this is the card of secrets, apologies, or things that, again, if you're not getting an apology for it, you might not necessarily get it, but you have to flick it off. You have to remove it and push it and extract the mouth that's stuck in there, because that too can hold poison. We have to completely remove the entire root. So let me just dive into that just a little further. Okay, these two cards definitely want to jump out. Wow, yes. Okay, first things first, we have the 10 of Wands. So this is the card of exhaustion and going the distance, but also something or someone might have been piggybacking off of you or tolerating you, or you have been tolerating them. And have you heard the quote, don't stay in any place where you were tolerated, go where you were celebrated? That's something that you deserve. I want you to really use some discernment here. Read the energy. Looking back, did it feel positive? Was it helpful? Was it constructive? Did it add value? The Queen of Swords says we have to emotionally look at how this actually poured into us, or was it you constantly pouring and showing up, 10 of Wands, going the distance for something or someone or towards this goal? And for some of you guys, you might actually have to question, why did I feel like I have to do this? And I'm getting brought back to this idea of the kingdom. Some of you guys, it was expectation. Some of you, it was because you don't want to make the decision yourself. right? King of Pentacles, reversed, not standing in your power, not owning your power, hoping that someone else will make that choice and that decision for you, subconsciously sensing it, but delaying it, resisting it, not wanting to face this fresh start, this new chapter. So just kind of tolerating in the in-between time. And for that reason, that situation doesn't have the chance to kind of resolve itself. Now, I know that not everybody has a clean, quick cut in this, like an easy resolution. Some situations are very difficult, and there's a lot of details, especially when we're talking about the kingdom here, right? A lot of policy, a lot of practices set into motion, a lot of maybe even government or things that we are aggressively committed to. I understand that totally. This is just, we're starting off this reading more being like calling it out, seeing it for what it is, and then we're going to start shuffling and talking about 2024 and what we do and what's going to come. Let me take a quick sip of my tea. Yeah, Spirit's ready to talk about what's next, or some type of awareness that they want you to know. When I say what's next, I actually hear Spirit kind of saying like, let's move on to the next part of the reading. So we have the Sun card, Strength card, Page of Swords, Nine of Cups reversed, and we have Queen of Pentacles reversed. So the counterpart of the King of Pentacles has shown up. She too is reversed. We have Nine of Cups reversed. We have Page of Swords, Strength card, and the Sun card. I want to tell you that first things first, what's showing up for me has a lot to do with the mindset, the logic, what it is that we tell ourselves, the conversations that we have with ourselves, self-belief, self-worth, self-value. When things don't pan out, this is a very specific message for someone. When things don't pan out the way that we wished them to be, sometimes we point the finger as to what did I do? How could have I done this different? How, like if I was this, would I have received better? If I was this, if I looked this way, if I was successful, if I was smarter, if I was quieter, if I was more creative, if I was a better artist, would the outcome have changed for me? And I want to tell you that that mindset, that logic is reflecting your higher hopes and what you see for yourself. There's so much layers to this. The outcome would have been the same regardless, because it has nothing to do with who you are. It has nothing to do with what you embody. It has nothing to do with your gifts or your talents or anything else like that. So it's very important that that energy that you're grappling with the Strength card here, the shadow aspect of ourselves, the devil, which is why we were showing one of the main reasons why we were contributing to this dysfunctional kind of chaotic back and forth playground that we found ourselves on in 2023. It's important that we shine a light on it with the Sun card, and we start to see that it's oftentimes the way the shadow self that talks to us that keeps us in places that we don't belong, and you are listening to yourself. There's nothing about you. You could have been richer, more efficient, more organized, more put together, more articulate, more creative, more gorgeous, more fill in the blank, whatever it is. There's nothing about you that could have been changed. Someone really needs to hear this, that would have changed this outcome in a different direction. The Nine of Cups upright is what we wish things to be. The Nine of Cups is when it either doesn't pan out the way that we want, and when all of these cards, or if it does, it's not what we wanted it. It's not the way that we wanted it. So with all of these cards here, I'm seeing this struggle, this internal struggle of the conversation, Page of Swords, that you're having inside of your mind that becomes the biggest thing that you're fighting with. If not consciously, then subconsciously. Why wasn't I enough? Why wasn't I chosen? Why is this such a battle? Why is this happening to me? Why is this stealing my happiness? Why couldn't it been me? Or like all of those questions. That's what's coming up. Spirit wants to address that. So I'm going to put these cards away real quick, and we're going to go into that. The Devil card is still here at the bottom. Like, let's look at the shadow. And I'm okay with that. If you're okay with it, I'm okay with it. Let's look into it. Let's go into the self-talk. And let's go ahead and heal. Begin to minimally heal that root. I do have oracle cards that it is that I wish to share with you guys. Look at that. The Moon card and the King of Pentacles. So right away, this is our subconscious fears, things that we don't say, our worst case scenario, our worst fears. King of Pentacles oftentimes has to do with money, resources, security, stability, wealth, home life, predictability, consistency. When things aren't constant or things don't pan out, what happens? What does it remind us of? I want to ask you, what was the King of Pentacles in your life? Not just a person, but even in childhood, what did the King of Pentacles represent for you? Who was that? Who or what was a constant thing for you? Sometimes too, the King of Pentacles represents someone that we see is so put together, so poised, and I don't say tailored, but grounded, and practical and methodical and intentional. And there's someone who can comfort and make a good meal. Like, even though it's the King of Pentacles, right? So sometimes we think of cooking, we put it with the Queen of Pentacles, but we think of when you go to this person, you know your needs are being provided for. What was that for you? Especially with the Moon card showing up. What was that for you? Was this person or was this thing something that you put on a pedestal, and in your mind, and in our conversation here, you would say, well, if you knew this person, Jess, you would know this person is so this, or this person represents this for me, or this person is great. This person is a sounding board. They're the business owner of this. They have this wonderful marriage and they looked after for me. Or sometimes it's this concept of what you're not and what you strive to be. I almost want to call out this King of Pentacles energy, not to glorify it, but to see the traits that you may envy, that you may value, that you may wish for yourself. Whether you're the embodiment of it, whether you're striving for it, whether it's something that is right around the corner, you've experienced it, there was a loss there. Who is the King of Pentacles? Four of Cups showing up here, and the Nine of Cups reversed is again maybe not being chosen by the King of Pentacles, maybe not being valued by the King of Pentacles, maybe not seeing the King of Pentacles coming from a person that you know you deserve King of Pentacles energy from. For those of you guys that don't understand tarot, let me break it down for you. This could be not that you're dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but that you might have seen someone show up and be constant and generous and providing and protective and pouring into something else when you feel like you deserve that. And you might inside be like, why am I not getting this? Why am I not getting your loyalty? Why am I not getting your conviction? Why am I not getting your fight? You fight harder for them. You fight harder for your business. You fight harder for your car. You fight harder for your boys or for your friends than you do for me. So it's like, even though the King of Pentacles is here and it's upright, and I teach this in Sacred Circle Tarot School, we cannot necessarily assume that it's a positive thing that we're seeing with the King of Pentacles. It can just simply represent the trait. And when this Four of Cups is showing up and Nine of Cups reversed, now I'm showing it to you upright, but it's like something that you wish for, you want for, but Nine of Pentacles is reversed, not receiving it. Four of Cups, rejection. Four of Cups, it's not good enough. Four of Cups, I'm bored. Four of Cups, discontentment. That's tough. That's tough. It's tough. And for some of you guys, it might not be an external thing. It could be an internal thing. Why am I not able to be loyal? Why am I not able to be committed? Why can't I follow through? Why can't I give myself everything? Why can't I provide for them, for her, for us, for me? Why can't I pay my bills? Why can't I be stable? Why can't I be organized? Why can't I remember my keys? You know? It's the subconscious conversations. Yeah, wow. Spirit now wants to talk about Seven of Wands, Knight of Swords, Six of Cups. Let me show you. Six of Cups, Knight of Swords, Seven of Wands. This has to do with the exhaustion. This has to do with, I want to say, I want to say intellect, but I'm hearing the word antagonizing, and antagonizing is when you are, from the first thing that I think of off the top of my head, is when you're using wit, like, and logic in order to punish someone or punish yourself. Six of Cups showing up here is the card of memories and coming back, or childhood or innocence. And I think it's really interesting to say that, or to show or see that we have a little innocent child or a little innocent boy. Izzy, though, he's got his little tongue sticking out, mocking, actually antagonizing this shadow here. There's something, I don't know if you guys can see that shadow figure in the back. So that can represent a shadow figure in your life or a shadow belief. Oh, Siri was activated on my Apple Watch. Can I tell you what happened? Oh my God. Someone give me an answer, please. This is a reading, but I like, let's just pivot for a second. This is BFF just now entering the chat. Oh my God. So last night, someone please help me with this. Okay. Last night, we were at my boyfriend's sister's and brother-in-law's house, singing karaoke until 3 o'clock in the morning. No lie. It was so much fun. It was also a chance for me to just be like, I can sing! Like I was, surprise, surprise, surprise. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes I'm just kind of like quiet and I don't show, like, I'm not trying to flex on nobody, you know? So I was just like, wait till you guys find out that I can actually sing. But it'd be so funny if I think I can actually sing and I actually can't. And everyone's like, wow, take the microphone away from her, lower the microphone, she's way too loud. Anyway, so that's not what I want to tell you guys. So we're there until 3 o'clock in the morning, and my boyfriend was working all day and he was super tired. So I was like, well, we'll drive back home, or I'll drive back home. Leave your car here. The next morning, the next morning, we go to brunch. That's this morning. And because it's the new year and he works a lot and I work a lot. So it was just our time to spend with family and friends and each other. We go to brunch and he's like, hey, I got to go back to work. Can you drop me off so I can go pick up my car? I was like, yeah, of course. But can you get me Starbucks? So we get in the car to go, wait. Oh no, this is but when we were going to brunch. We get in the car to go to brunch, and my phone connects, and I have an iPhone. It connects to my car because I have CarPlay, and it assumes that we are driving to go back to my boyfriend's sister's house to get his car. It literally put the address. I was like, no way. But I clicked on it. It was 100% their address. And it said, go to where your car is parked. Guys, how did it know that? And I was sitting Mike was in the passenger seat. That's my boyfriend's name. And I was like, how does it know? And it was like, oh, well, because it's picking up the location. I said, but how though? Because your phone is in your hand. My phone is in my hand. How does it know that your car is not with us and that that's where we might possibly and intentionally going? How would it know that? That is so weird to me. And he was like, turn off your location on your, because my friends, like my closest friends, my closest family, and my partner, we share locations. And of course there's apps that use your location. So I'm like, I'm not turning off my location services. That's what we not gonna do in 2024. But I'm like, how did it know that his car wasn't parked with us and that we would be driving? It just throws me off. And I know that there's an answer, that someone is in technology and someone has an answer. So I'm reaching out to you today. If not, I'm setting all my technology on fire. Yeah, no, I'm going to be done. I just think that to me, it doesn't make sense. There's no tracking in his car. There's no tracking in my car other than, well, maybe, no. Unless it's pinging, because unless his car connects to CarPlay, guys, let me know down in the comments, because this is really fucking with my head. Like, I'm like, technology is too smart. It's too smart. That is so weird. That is so weird. We'll get back into the reading, but one last thing I'll say. Unless his car, when it connects to CarPlay, pings that they're not together and that his location changed. And typically wherever our cars are where we are. No, it's weird. It's weird. So you guys have to let me know what you think. Has that ever happened to you? I know that it happens to us all the time when we're talking about, like, I want really bad a Tamagotchi uni, which I have the Tamagotchi from my childhood. It's more nostalgic for me. I'm Cancer rising. I can't help myself. And I love taking care of things, clearly. So I really want the Tamagotchi uni, the new one that just dropped. But it's like $50 and I'm just like, I can't. Actually more like 60. I really want one, and I know that if it hears me saying that and sees me searching for it, then it can show up on my people around me's phone, because it communicates, like all the different phones kind of communicate together. But that's just, I think last night or this morning, I was just like, nah, that's where I draw the line. That's too weird. That's way too weird. I was like, there's no way. Like, okay, maybe it assumes that I'm going to his job to drop him off at work, but it was like, do you want to go to where your car is parked? Because that's what we would assume. And I'm just like, mind your business. Like, mind your business. Who asked? No, get out of my space. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, if you have any ideas, or if you have any wisdom, please, on technology, please share it, because my mind was blown, and I don't know how to feel about that. Speaking of which, we have the Chariot card at the very bottom, talking about travel and trips and cars and road. No. Anyways, so back to Six of Cups. I really want to clarify Six of Cups, just so we can get back in the swing of things. I don't even know how we got off topic, but so weird, right? So weird. Can't. Okay. Six of Cups. What does the Six of Cups represent here? To clarify. Intuition. This High Priestess card keeps jumping up, and I'm going to put it this way. Nope, that doesn't work either. Yeah. It's talking about intuition, discernment. For some of you guys, this might have to do with children. It could have to do with friendships or things or connections of the past or things that go way back. It could have to do with innocent intentions, innocent energy, being caught off guard, being exploited, being abused, being punished. Knight of Swords, even upright, can be very harsh. It's harsh words, harsh truth, harsh revelations. Six of Cups is very innocent, and Seven of Wands is being completely like, ooh, I was gonna say like someone walking down an alleyway and they get jumped, you know, but it's like being completely caught off guard. And in that, I want to tell you, with the High Priestess here, Spirit is watching this. Spirit, okay, guys. Some of you guys might be someone's karma, or karma is coming for someone who did something to you because you are innocent. I'm not saying that because I'm on your side, but Six of Cups is the card of innocence. It's the card of like, I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to lend a helping hand. Even as you see this, you can see all these different hands kind of showing up. and kind of offering. It's our angels and our guides looking after. So either this is your angels and your guides in spirit overlooking the situation and saying, listen, I know that you don't wish ill over anyone, or maybe you do, to each their own, but something harsh is coming in. I have to say that if you are someone that has been inflicting pain on other people, Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is someone who's like caring and tending for others, caring and tending for the self. It's very motherly, nurturing, supportive. I just feel a sense of karma here. Yep. Yeah, guys, you can't make it up. 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords. This is the card of energies doing things to be hurtful, to be painful, just for the sake of it. If someone, this is when people say, look at this. Guys, look, that shadow aspect is showing up twice. Look, we have it here, we have it here. This time he's looking at this little baby who's kind of taunting the situation or going upright, or maybe just playing, however you want to look at it. This time it's trapped so that this person can move forward, because 6 of Swords is the card of I'm moving forward from this. Whether you wanted to or not, you're being led to move out of a very negative situation. This is when someone, you know when they say hurt people, I don't get behind that because I can't relate to that. Sometimes you accidentally may hurt people, but your intention is showing up. If it's 5 of Swords and you're hurting someone because you are hurting, you want to bring them down, you want to cut them out, you want to slice them and dice them because you're miserable, because you're negative, because you have imbalance, because things aren't going your way. That's not okay. And you will be led away from that 6 of Swords. You will be led away. This is the card of moving forward when there's a 5 of Swords type of energy. Now, if this is you, if you can't help but to be a little stinker, I understand. But for your own well-being, for your own goodness, Spirit is trying to migrate you into a more peaceful place so that this toxic negativity isn't continuing on and carrying on. So if you're kind of in the midst of something where you're showing up as a nurturer, a supporter, kind of a, not provider, but like comforting and being oh, my Tamagotchi. You guys are gonna be so sick of me by the time of this. Wow. First of all, sorry, almost done, I promise. If you're coming through as the Queen of Cups and you're constantly nurturing and supporting, I want to tell you that, remember at the start of this reading how we were kind of saying, let's kind of reevaluate why we're doing things. What is the reason behind doing them? If you know that you don't want to give to someone, if you know that you don't want to show up, if you know that it's not a vibe, it's still not positive when you contribute to it, because it's not coming from a place of you wanting and willingly showing up. You know, it's almost like in the Bible, not to bring Christianity into this, but they almost say that, well, I think it's a good quote to say that God loves a cheerful giver. They say that in the Bible, right? If we are not giving offerings to the divine because we wish to give offerings, we wish to give a part of ourselves because of gratitude, or we're wishing to gain something out of this, you might as well keep your offering, right? That's kind of the energy that's coming here. It's just like, what is your intention for doing this? You kind of have to reevaluate here. And if that means that you're kind of co-signing this, you know, carrying on the way things are, the way life is, even though you don't necessarily feel it called in your heart, you better believe your angels, your guides, your ancestors, your orishas, whoever it is that you're working with, is going to pull you out of that situation, because it's now 5 of Swords instead of 6 of Cups. No matter how far you go back, no matter what your intention is, the energy has to be right. It has to be clean. It has to be moving with integrity. It has to be pure. If not, it's going to be picked up. If not by someone else, if not by you, then at least by Spirit, the divine angels and guides. Okay? Yeah, Ace of Swords is here. There's something here that for someone, you might have been ignoring it, neglecting it, refusing to see it, refusing to address it. And again, 2023 was an energy that you were dealing with, an energy that was showing it to you. And now that you're entering in 2024, you got the Judgment card saying, I live, I learn, I do better. Some of you guys stayed in places for a little too long. Four of Pentacles here. Queen of Cups, trying to giving an offering. I want to say that this isn't all exclusively negative, you know, or a problem, like me looking for problems, which I am concerned that that's sometimes how my readings come across. I always kind of address the termites, make sure that the house is clean and get rid of the termites and all of that before I move on to furnishing the house and having people over, you know. That's a metaphor, not literal. But yeah. So next, Spirit wants to talk about this fresh start. We have the Fool card here. And oh my God, look, High Priestess is here as well, once again. We are going to shuffle 2 for Oracle. I know this reading is 50 minutes long. I'm surprised my battery is still alive. I might want to plug this in just in case, because the fact that I said that, let me just trust my own intuition. For some of you guys, I've been feeling this too, so we're in the same boat. I've been feeling the spirit of like downsizing, minimalism, quality over quantity, not needing so much. I also see the realms of support, helping hands, community. Yeah, 4 of Wands, 5 of Swords is showing up. So with this fresh start, Spirit, let's talk about that. Okay, yep, Star card is here. Five of Cups reversed. Fresh start. Wow. 8 of Pentacles jumps out first. 6 of Pentacles. Wow. This has a lot to do with generosity, give and take, receiving, not just with others, honey, but also with yourself. Are you giving yourself everything that you deserve? And this could be something as wild as like fitness. Are you putting in the work to get the health that it is that you deserve? Are you putting in the effort to make the food that is that your body needs to be healthy? Do you have the right people around you? Are you better off alone? 4 of Wands. See how this person is kind of coming by with his stool? It's the fact that you can show up for yourself and you bring something to the table, making sure that other people are bringing something to the table as well. Like, it's so interesting thinking about this. Like, this person is probably going to visit someone or going somewhere, and he's not expecting there to be a stool provided for him. He's bringing something so that he can have a seat at the table. Are you doing that for yourself? Are you doing that for yourself? Are you showing up? Are you prepared? Are you doing what it takes? Or are you showing up to take? What do you offer? Not just to others, but also to yourself. Some of you guys, this has everything to do with your resources, your career, your spending, your future. What are you doing? That might be a question, right? Not to attack, but that might be a question that you're asking yourself. What am I doing to better myself so that I can help myself achieve my goals? Oh, this wants to jump out. 6 of Swords. Yeah, moving directly towards that. Mentally choosing to move in that direction. Let's see what else we have here. Some of you guys can apply it to that energy of another person. What are they doing to make sure that we're moving towards our goals? I just heard Ace of Pentacles reversed. Someone feels like they don't have enough regardless. They just don't have enough. And then Queen of Cups reversed. And I just want to tell you that Spirit is saying that it's time for you to start manifesting that abundance. It's time for you to start shutting down how much you're giving to other people so that you can receive in full. because that sometimes can shut down blessings. When you are someone who is so quick to give your blessings to other people and pour into their mouths, spirit will cut you off because they're saying this one is just for you. And I can't give to you because I can't expect, I don't see you having enough boundaries and discernment to not overextend yourself. So now you are in detriment. Now you are in lack. So we want to make sure that we are, oh my God, my printer just moved. That was so random. We want to make sure that you are good. That's crazy. That was a message. I don't know why my printer just did that. It's not connected to anything. 3 of Wands. Something is ready to come in. Something is ready. Like there's an offering on the table. There's a blessing on the horizon. It's ready to come in. I'm really excited to look into that. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I don't know why I want to say that. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Did you call it in? 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 And if you call it in, honey, if you call it in, make sure that you A, believe it, but B, you're prepared, and C, you're not going back. We are not taking steps backwards. I can't tell you how many of these cards are like, we're moving forward. 6 of Pentacles is the card of once you put that penny in the pot, you can't put your hand in there and take it back. Imagine I go to the coffee shop, they make me I put in my order for my coffee, in the order for my tea, they go back there, they're making my pumpkin spice latte or whatever. I had the best latte earlier today, side note, but okay. They're making my latte and I put a tip in the jar. I get my coffee, I get my tea, and I'm like, oh, this is either, for no reason, whether the latte is good or bad, I decide I want that tip back. No, get your hands out the jar. You put that in there. You ordered this, you got it. You can't take the money out of the jar. You can't. That would be so weird, right? Like you just can't. It's just not, I don't know. It's like, let's say you don't love it. You bought it, you know? I don't know. Maybe they could adjust it. Maybe that's not the right metaphor, but I just get this image of someone trying to take a tip out of the jar that they put in. It's like that was their effort. Whether you liked your drink or not, their tip, you thought the quality of the service was good enough that you left a tip. I know in today's society, you have to tip everyone. If they open the elevator doors for you, they'll be like, it's like, ma'am, I didn't ask you to open the elevator doors for me. I'm not going to tip you for that. Thank you. Here's a tip. Thanks. No, I'm just kidding. But doesn't it seem like we're getting tipped for everything? Is it just me? Like it's like, that was just common courtesy. But times are tough right now. So I get it. But anyway, when it comes to service, if you don't necessarily like the service, I'm thinking about, I'm stuck on the wrong thing for too long. But whatever you have committed and whatever you put into, whatever you decided, not that we need to stick with it, but if that's the plan, if that's what we're building, let's go ahead and show up and stay committed to that. Because there's something here we don't need to take steps back and go into 6 of Cups land, you know? 6 of Cups is the card of like going back to that which we left. 6 of Cups did show up, but it showed up more as innocence and not as returning back to that which we came from. Wow. Now the next few cards, speaking of moving forward, we have 8 of Cups, which is the card of goodbye. Goodbye. We have 7 of Swords, and we also have the Hangman. The Hangman is the card of it is what it is, surrender, let it go. If you say goodbye and you choose to walk forward, let it be so. It's time. Also, the Hangman is the card of surrendering, letting go, waiting, patience. And it's a season usually, if you allow it to be, of peace and being held by the divine, being held really closely by the divine. I also feel like with the 7 of Swords, it's very much hands off. I also feel like there's something else that's coming in, a blessing. We also have the Hermit card showing up next. This is the card of reflection, not necessarily isolation, because I do feel a lot of support here. Yeah. See, to confirm this, we have the King of Swords, which is the card of intellect and wisdom. Many of you guys are going to be processing or brainstorming what happens next and coming up with real concrete plans. It doesn't, to me, look like just work or effort. It's like, what are the bones? It's almost like vision boarding. It's kind of giving vision boarding or a mood board or an aesthetic or a vibe or intention. It's the concept. What is it that you visualize for yourself? Practical, like practicality. And anything that has to get removed or replaced or transitioned or filled or emptied, we're doing that. Yep, Page of Pentacles. If there's investments that you need to make, if there's promises that you need to make and promises that you need to keep to yourself, to others, we're going to be serious about it. We're going to build upon it. We had the Empress card at the very bottom of this deck. This is a card that signifies femininity. It represents growth. It represents fertility. It represents natural and easy and effortless expansion. It also represents self-worth. It is also signifying that right now here, you are ready. You're ready. It is time. So we want to go ahead and speak that over your life. We also want to be very careful and cautious about who we are sharing this blessing that's coming down the pipeline, who we're sharing that blessing with. It doesn't need to be heard by everyone. It's so interesting because I just happen to have this here. It's this mood board. I got it. There's a little hair stuck to this, pardon me, and right here. But I got these stickers. It came with a set of highlighters that I bought because I ran out of highlighters. When I'm doing orders, I use highlighters all the time to mark things, like color code what is done, what needs to be adjusted, you know. And she provided these stickers. But it's interesting because I was just talking about mood board and we have these here. So maybe some of you guys might be creating a little mood board for yourself. There's a little slice of cake, roses, no tulips, books, chocolate, pancakes, a kitty representing sleep, heels for me represents like being put together or femininity or restriction, pain, or fashion. Okay, Spirit, anything else? And then we're going to move on to Oracle. I'm seeing, as I'm cutting the deck, 10 of Swords and 2 of Cups reversed. So some of you guys might be saying goodbye to important relationships or dynamics within relationships. And those things are going to be done for good for now. We also have Page of Swords, 7 of Swords. Someone might be spying. Don't let that be you. Trying to get information secretly, trying to look, peek, Instagram, you know, social media, Finsta accounts. Whatever's good for your mental health, do that. Try not to stalk and look. If you got to block, mute certain things on social media, do that. Let's just go ahead and start fresh in 2024. If you know what's going to bother you, don't allow yourself to see it. If you know what's going to bother you, don't go looking for it. Stay focused, stay committed. Yep, we have 5 of Wands here and the Chariot card. This is the card of ambition, moving forward. I'm also hearing for you guys, you're going to get recognized for your effort and recognized for your poise. This, to me, is you making the best out of a bad situation, actually getting a huge blessing coming down the pipeline. You're in the right position to receive. Holy shit. That's actually going to be the name of this reading, because that just pretty much summed. As soon as I read that, or as soon as I said that, I got chills. You're in the right position to receive. There's some fireworks going off in the background. The reason why you're in the right position to receive, like why that seems so powerful right now, that statement, is because there's one thing to get prepared and there's one thing to be prepared enough that all you got to do is follow through on this blessing. All you got to do is follow through in this commitment. All you got to do is continue taking your vitamins. All you got to do is apply yourself, you know, like there's something here that you can continue carrying forward to get you to that place. And I'm getting an image again of like someone who's next in line for that same kingdom that we were talking about, the same ruins that it was. This younger generation, or this other thing that's coming in, has everything that it takes. All it has to do is show up. All it has to do is continue to show up, and something will have a breakthrough. This feels like you're gonna start, someone needs to get more information about something. I just heard someone might be neglecting their health, or getting information about their health, or getting facts about something to help them become more successful, something that was elusive to them, something that was hiding from them. This could be health related, but it could also be health of your relationship, health of your business, health of your money, health of your finances, health of your mental health. Something is going to be reeled in, like something that was elusive to you, something that you couldn't find it, like whatever it was, you couldn't find it. You're about to find it. It's about to be fixed. You got to call that into existence too. In 2024, what is the blessing? What is the message? Wow. Two of Cups, Page of Swords. Again, this is a little tidbit that allows everything to come together. Something that allows things to come together, flow together easily and effortlessly, whether it be you coming into union with divine flame, twin flame, Page of Cups. Whether you receiving an offer, whether you receiving a proposal, engagement, whether it be something growing, a blessing, whether it be, what is it called? A raise. Wow, this wanted to come out. Queen of Swords. This to me is showing preparation. I just heard preparation and conviction, something that you were convicted to, something that you were really trying to make happen. Really hoping for, working towards it, looking. Some of you guys, you're struggling through it. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. This is the card of, to me, this is a card of like assessing, but I'm seeing this right now as things kind of coming into place, all the tinier pieces of the puzzle starting to come together. And to confirm that, we have the Page of Swords at the very base. These are little bits of tidbits and information. It's also honoring the journey. Wow, the Emperor card. You are ready. You are ready. You are ready. You are ready. Also, the foundation feels very solid. It feels very stable. It feels very protected. Guys, look at these cards. Now you have the Chariot card. Come on. Not only are we ready, but we're moving forward. Things are moving forward. Sometimes it all has to do with divine timing. Look at that. Now we have another offer on the table, Page of Pentacles. Whatever this thing is, it sticks. Whatever this thing is, it stays. Whatever this is, it is full of promise. It will build. I'm also hearing the Empress energy here. Wow. Wow. We have the Sun card, Ace of Swords, and the World card. Sorry, I just kind of like, not spaced out, but I was kind of like listening and feeling the vibe. The World card is, again, the end of a really, not terrible, but the end of a cycle. I'll leave it at that. Whether it's terrible for you or amazing, it's the end of a cycle. For some of you guys, I don't want to say that you're leveling up, but it's the end of a cycle. It's you're ready. Again, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is new beginning, fresh start, but from an intellectual perspective, I also feel like you are prepared. You have what it takes now, especially from what it is that you've learned from your past experiences. And this feels very positive and healthy and vibrant and fun. I'm also getting a sense of like next level of your purpose, why you were here, why you were born, just fulfilling that purpose, completing that picture. Happiness, joy, marriage, children, health, travel, expansion, exploration, graduation. Literally, it's giving all of these things. Now, I want to tell you that it doesn't come without difficulties or some type of like labor, is what I just heard. Spirit's kind of, I just heard Spirit kind of say, maybe hold off on talking about that a little further, but I'm just going to, or any in further detail is what I'm hearing. Yeah, I just heard enough is enough. So we're going to leave it at that for now. Any other things that you want to say? Because I was going to go forward and they're like, nope, enough. So yeah. Last message has a lot to do with anxiety, Ace of Wands, energy, passion, excitement. You might have anxiety with this next chapter in your life. It feels valid. It feels like genuine concern. I'm hearing for some of you guys rituals, like your routines that you do every day. And I just started smelling like oatmeal. And that's actually one of my rituals and my routines. Making sure that you're taking care of yourself and that you're not shuffling forward in your day, but that you're taking steps towards like consistency, like something that you can predict for yourself, especially when, also, if you guys say that you're going to do something, follow through with it, right? Like if you say every day, I'm gonna, my intention for 2024 is to have peace. What does that look like? What can you do every day that is contributing to that intention, that you're adding to that you're invested into that intention? Are you making yourself a cup of tea? Are you journaling and not vomiting, but releasing all of your anxious thoughts in the day, putting it in a journal, putting it in a book, getting out of your mind, getting it out of your head, and then burning it? Like, what is it that looks like for you? Staying tried and true with that, making sure that that's something that's being activated within your life. Yep, the World card, the end of a cycle again. Just really kind of letting it go, letting it go. Don't expect the past to repeat itself. You've already lived through it. You've already experienced it. Don't even look at it with fear. So let me go ahead and shuffle from the Oracle. We have an hour of this reading. It's just been wonderful. I'm hoping to get more readings up on the YouTube channel for 2024. It looks that way. Pick a card readings, etc., etc. The shop will reopen. Maybe let me stop shuffling while I'm thinking about this. The shop's going to reopen. Sacred Circle Tarot School has resumed and will stay in order. New teachers are going to be added on or will be joining, which is going to be awesome. But I would like to bring more heat onto the YouTube channel because I really genuinely love it. And Bahati Love Notes, wow. Bahati Love Notes is going to continue on with readings more frequent than it was in 2023. Also affirmations. Some of you guys aren't necessarily trusting the journey and the process right now. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But there is something transitioning here that's going to be beautiful. I think you just don't trust the future because it's literally sitting in the future card. You're just not sure what's going to happen, how things are going to pan out. Again, I don't blame you. But the first card to jump out was actually the card of letting go. And I just heard giving yourself permission to let go, giving yourself permission to feel your feelings, to talk about it with the divine. Some of you guys are really holding on to some things that resentment, pain, struggle. You might even be seeing it as physical, like physically showing up on your body, showing up in your mental health, cloudy, judgment, your memory might be shot, stress, holding tension in your jaw, shoulders. It's time for you to start applying new things to help you to kind of release. And that could be anything from yoga to walks to raging sessions to punching bags. We want to transition this energy for sure as we walk into 2024. The next card we have here is wealth. Absolutely. Spirit just said, take into consideration the tremendous wealth that is here to be gained. Maybe not necessarily financial wealth. Wow, this card. Not necessarily financial wealth, but wealth of wisdom, wealth of family, the expansion of family, the passing on of wisdom is something else that's coming through, which is funny because the next card to jump out is actually the card of the novice. This is about innocence, new beginnings, ignorance, new skill without practice, and unstable curiosity. So this is about branching out and leaning into the future and just hoping for the best and feeling prepared. So whatever it is that the future holds, you're equipped. And at the very bottom of the deck, we have the bee. Huge symbol of Bahati life, represents luck, industriousness, and sweet victory. Let me look at the wild offering. So what are the 3 common themes for 2023? Okay, whoa! And then what are we looking at for 2024? Oh, did you see that? That wanted to come out. Whoop, this one too. Wow. Wow. Okay, 2023 was the year true love, gratitude, and money. Shmoney. Those were things that were on the head and on the heart and on the mind. And in 2024, the things that are going to be on the head and on the heart, we have ambition, make it God's. So that's the art of surrender, or the act of surrendering. And then we have empowerment. Those are going to be the energies that are on the head and mind. With Divine Feminine, what is the Divine Feminine message that is going to be, was the overarching vibe of 2023? Divine Feminine for 2023. Two of them came out. And what is the Divine Feminine energy for 2024? Wow. So 2023, we have Mao Shan, giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. So this has a lot to do with reciprocity and generosity, giving and receiving. We also have Amaterasu, the goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back that same light. And I remember her story. She goes into the cave, and when she's in the cave, because she's very sad, she's like super sad, feels completely disappointed, I think, in society and the world. So she's the goddess of light. So she hides into the cave because she's like, fuck this, I'm done. I'm so disappointed. I'm so hurt. I've been so violated and taken advantage of, or whatever. And as she's hiding and crying in the cave, I think something is like, we have to get her out of the cave. This is actually kind of reminding me of Oshun's story too. But anyway, so they're like, we have to get her out of the cave, because when she went into the cave, we lost the light. We lost happiness. We lost joy. And we need that. We need that so greatly. So something comes on the outside and tries to make her laugh. So she's like, why are they laughing when I'm in this cave mourning? Her curiosity got the best of her. She peeks her head out, and they put a mirror there so that she could see the light that she gives, that she was radiating. And when she saw that, she saw the difference that she's making in the world, even in the midst of darkness all around her. And then she was just like, it's very important for me. Like, I see myself now. Now that I see myself, I can never hide my light. I can never hide or neglect giving myself joy, because I deserve that too. So that has been the energy of 2023 for so many of us here. Do you see the light that you're giving to others? Are you giving that same light to yourself? And don't turn your light off because you feel abused, neglected, taken advantage of, overlooked, mishandled, underappreciated, undervalued. And it has a lot to do with how much you gave and how much you received, and people being generous and kind and taking your feelings into consideration. Or did they neglect you? Did they mishandle you? Now, 2024 is Akilanda, probably not saying that correctly. She's the goddess of never not broken. Everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. This is that when things in life breaks us down, somehow, some way, miraculously, we become more whole. Why? Because whatever was holding us together in the first place wasn't us. We're so much deeper than that. So much deeper than that. And somehow being broken open makes you more compassionate and considerate and kinder to others. You can choose to allow it to make you become a higher vibration of a person, or the pain and the darkness of that suffering can be the thing that consumes you and be the thing that now becomes your new identity. So don't allow that. Don't allow that to be the case. Still have hope. Still have faith in the future. Still prioritize healing and joy, because those things are very important too. And I do want to tell you that if you're someone who is a light worker, because there's this emphasis on light here, that it's very important that you are not neglecting taking care of your own light, because you helping so many people in doing their own shadow work can consume you, can wrap you up and take you down. And that would be good for no one. And that's not what the universe wants for you. That's not what your angels and your guides want for you. The next card that we have here, Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. So that is something too that it's for you to carry, is the message of being safe and being protected. Now let's go ahead and look into The wisdom of the hidden realms. This was a gift from my mom to me. One of my first bulk like oracle cards. Let's just start where we're at right now. Not looking into the past, not looking into the future, but looking into the present. What is the message? Okay, all of these cards. Why have one when we can have them all? Am I right? Okay. First card we have is the Web Weaver, Synchronicity, Divine Intelligence, and Cause and Effect. Second card we have is the Sun Dancers, Joyful Activity, Celebration of Life, and Abundance. Third card, the Lady of the Mirror, Reflection and Non-Judgment. The Ice Queen, Ideas Preserved, Non-Action and Entitlement. The Arrow Master, Hitting the Mark, Intention and Detachment. Those are the cards that jumped out for the present moment. Very, very beautiful. And the last deck that I'm going to shuffle from is the Crystal Spirits Oracle. I'll link all these cards down below for you if you want to treat yourself to something kind. Oh, that really wanted to jump out. Lapis Lazuli. If you want to give yourself a gift. How many oracle cards do you guys have? How many tarot decks do you have? A lot? A little? Middle? Do you straddle the middle ground? I have a lot. I think I have too many, but those are some things that I just can't necessarily get rid of, you know? Like I can declutter my wardrobe easily, but my tarot, my oracle decks, no, they're coming with me. Okay, so Lapis Lazuli. It says spiritual truth, enlightenment, meditation, unity, consciousness, and inner vision. What you seek is here. If you push aside the distractions and fears created by your ego and become silent, tune in, and phone home to the conscious universe, the source of all love, strength, and wisdom. The law of non-locality ensures that you can gain whatever you need that is hidden from you when your mind is a non-ordinary state of thinking and perceiving. You can achieve this through the practice of meditation and prayer. Reconnect with the universe now. That's the message of this crystal. You are overdue for a renewal of your spiritual alignment. Now that is a message right there for 2023 and leading into 2024. Lapis Lazuli spirit it brings a reminder that your mind is a microcosm of universal consciousness. You always have access to the conscious universe through the channel of your authentic self. Enlightenment comes when you go within and open to the light that is all around you and within you. Epiphanies abound once you quiet your chattering mind and tune into the higher mind, where ideas beyond the current grasp flow easily, ready for you to access them. I want to read the relationship part of this reading for you. All of us arose from the same liquid soup. It's weird reading it in that way when I just had soup for lunch, but I digress. Okay. All of us arose from the same liquid soup of potential when the earth began to take form. And you, like everyone, are made of the stuff of stars. You are intermingled within the creation of all life. And Lapis Lazuli spirit is here to remind you that you are never alone and you don't have to figure this life stuff out by yourself. This crystal spirit can help you learn through relationships with others and through tapping into the universe for higher wisdom. Oh, it can help you. For higher wisdom and insights about those experiences. Sometimes it takes being around people with a difficult perspective to start to better understand yourself and what you most deeply value. Is someone in your life today gifting you with a new perspective and insights that can help you on your healing path? Look around for the... Sorry, I was just thinking in my head, I'm like... someone that has been a complete dick to you is giving you the lesson of like, well, I know exactly what I don't want to be. That's so funny. I shouldn't have said it that way, but it just, BFF just entered the chat and she's exiting out again. Okay. Look around, for the conscious universe wants you to experience enlightenment, not to be in the dark repeating the same old patterns. Often, change agents are sent your way to encourage you to make that shift you promised yourself you would make. Open up to the idea that allies can come in forms you might not have expected. That is a challenge right there, but you can do it. All right, my loves. Wow. My tea is officially cold, but that's okay because it's still so tasty. It's such a vibe, and I'm going to continue to drink it. I hope that this reading was good for you. I hope that it helped a lot. Thank you so much for being a part of Bahati Love Notes and being someone that I can shuffle for regularly. I am so excited for 2024 to continue to shuffle, to continue to share affirmations, written messages, all of it. It's going to be very, very good. It feels very abundant. I feel very full, so I'm excited. Ace of Pentacles. I'm excited to continue to plant that seed and, allow it to grow. So I do want to invite you guys to maybe light a light tea light candle. I'm going to be making my own prayer for 2024. So I invite you, to join me. If there's any specific intentions, absolutely, you can speak that over your own candle, over your own intention for the new year. But either way, make sure that you are asking for peace, for protection, and for the feeling of unconditional love and support that at the end of the day only comes from the divine. That's something that you deserve, okay? And some of you might feel long overdue for it, and I understand that totally. We're in a season of transition and transformation and revelation, and in all of that, it can be very aggressive. It can be very aggressive. So make sure that you're looking after those sides of yourself, okay? So thank you guys again so much for being here. Thank you for being with me in 2023. And I am so excited and so honored to be able to begin the next phase of this journey with you in 2024. I'll see you guys later. Happy New Year.